was bored waiting for the subway, so I took a few quick swigs of hard liquor. I never imagined that small act would almost cost me my life. When I opened my eyes again, I was frozen. The platform that was once full of people was now completely empty. Did I miss the subway? I rushed to the first floor. As expected, the staff had already left, and the gates were firmly locked. Just as I was at a loss for what to do, the last train slowly pulled into the station. I hurried back downstairs as I heard the noise and managed to get on just before the train started moving. At the same time, a shadow silently followed me onto the train. I had no idea and was just relieved to be on. But not long after the train started, it suddenly slammed to a stop. The doors didn't open like usual, and everything around me was eerily quiet. This wasn't the next stop. With no other passengers around, I had no choice but to walk through two cars heading towards the driver's cabin. I asked if the driver needed help, but the peephole was too small and I couldn't see clearly. The driver was already covered in blood, lifeless. Before I could process what was happening, the whole car plunged into darkness. Then I saw a light in the back car, probably from a phone. That meant someone else was here. I was relieved and hurriedly asked if they were here to fix the subway or just another unlucky passenger like me. But after a long time, they didn't respond and instead started walking toward me. I was terrified. My instincts screamed to run, but in my panic, I tripped and fell. When they got closer, I saw it was my coworker Jack, the one who had followed me onto the train. He'd always stared at me at work, trying to get close. This was his plan, to make it look like a coincidence, hoping to win my heart. But what Jack didn't know was, even though I dressed a bit sexy sometimes, I would never accept scum like him. Jack didn't care. He calmly unbuttoned his shirt, determined to get me, no matter what I wanted. Just then, the train doors suddenly opened, and Jack was pulled out by some mysterious force. He crawled back up, covered in wounds, telling me to run. Then he was pulled down again. I didn't have time to think. I rushed through one car after another, forced open the driver's door, and hid inside. Before I could catch my breath, a shadow flashed by outside the door. At this point, I had no choice but to keep moving, but it seemed like he wasn't going to let me go. I found myself back at the subway platform, and once again, it was empty. The gates were locked tight. Then, I heard something strange behind me. I cautiously peered out, and to my surprise, it was a small dog. Where there's a dog, there's usually a person. I had to find its owner. Following the dog's path, I found a vent. Inside, there was a couple of homeless people. I quickly told them what happened, asking them to help me get out. They had no reason to refuse. Who would turn down money? But just as we started to leave, Amy was woken up by a strange noise. Her fate was easy to guess.